Hello citizens! In today's video I would like to talk about the latest roadmap roundup and the changes to how the Star Citizen roadmap works. As always, if you like this video or anything else I do on this channel, sacrifice a like to the YouTube algorithm and subscribe for more. And of course, here's a shout out to our amazing patrons for their support. In the latest roadmap roundup post, CIG have announced that they will be mostly abandoning the release view of the roadmap. Rather than showing planned features and content for several patches ahead, the release view will only show features and content for the next quarter. This decision is causing an uproar among the backers, along with the fact that every single important item on the roadmap was removed and delayed while a coffee vendor AI was added. Now, major roadmap movement aside, there is a somewhat good reason to move away from using the release view. First of all, the release view doesn't provide an accurate or detailed enough picture of what is happening. Also, because it only had 3 states, planned, committed, and released, it might have given a lot of people the wrong idea of what to expect with the next patch release. On the other hand, the release view was a good way to get a rough idea of what's planned long-term quickly, regardless of how inaccurate it was. Now, the progress tracker is a much better and informative tool, and I will explain why in a minute. But announcing such a major change to the roadmap, which was clearly internally planned for a while, and at the same time completely gutting the roadmap, was a terrible PR decision. And on top of that, replacing all those relevant features with something as useless as a coffee vendor at Area 18 is almost guaranteed to make people mad. However, when you look more closely, there are actually a lot of relevant features being added to the progress tracker. And from the looks of it, some of them are going to be done soon. However, we don't know yet which patch they will end up in because the progress tracker shows progress rather than delivery. The general idea is that focus is shifting towards Squadron 42, and as I said in my previous video, a lot of features done for Squadron will appear in the PU. What struck me, however, is that CIG think that this will allow them to release features in a more polished state. We will see about that. But I think that the backers would benefit greatly from newly released features being in a better state at release. But all that aside, the progress tracker is a much better tool at the expense of being more complicated and less easy to understand. But it offers better information about what teams are working on what features, how are features shared between Squadron 42 and the PU, and how different items affect each other. It also avoids the main issue of the release view. It doesn't have the promise of delivering an item in a certain patch. Also, game development is very dynamic and things can change all the time, and I feel like the progress tracker does a much better job of reflecting these delays and movements. In conclusion, this is a step in the right direction. It gives backers more information more accurately. However, as always, CIG announced this change in the worst way possible and accompanied it with the worst movements possible. To me, this shows that while CIG understand the development side of the project, they are out of touch with their community, and that's going to be a growing problem moving forward. With that being said, that's it for tonight. What do you think? Are the roadmap changes good? Are you looking forward to getting coffee in Area 18? Let me know in the comments. Fly safe, and I will see you in the verse.